we have here is the SSC Ultimate Aero TT, a former fastest car in the world. I don't have one, so today I'm going to be borrowing my friend Bacon Poo's. He's really nice for letting me do this, by the way. I've driven one once, and it was a great experience. I'm itching to drive it. Let's get on with this. Impressive stats. Anyway, what we have here is that I'm moving weird. SSC Tuatara. No, not Tuatara. The Ultimate Aero TT, the first SSC. As long as you're not counting the land speed record cars. It's an interesting car because it was what the Americans used to topple the Europeans from having the fastest car in the world crown. It beat the Bugatti Veyron in a straight line. Pretty interesting stuff. In CDT, it is quite expensive. I think it would have been, because now CDT can't resell them. I think it would have been something like 26 million on the resale, which is ludicrous. So, as Bacon Poo said, the stats are 9.5 handling, which is pretty impressive for an American car, and 272 miles an hour at the top end. That's also pretty impressive. It's a very nice looking car, I have to admit. I love the way the flaps at the back go up when you brake to act as an air brake. And it's also very wedgy. If you know me, I like my 80s supercars, so this is very reminiscent of them. Behaves just the way they do in a crash as well, as it turns out. What a great looking car. Let's test the power now, because, you know, for a former fastest car in the world, you'd hope it's got legs. Well, this is a bit of a cliche. An American car, at a drag strip, about to drive very fast in a straight line. Who's surprised? You can really tell this thing's got an amazing engine. It feels so powerful. You just put your foot down, and the horizon comes towards you. And that's fun. I don't usually get too excited by driving very fast things in a straight line. But this doesn't get boring. And I have had to take this shot more than once. Apparently on the highway, when it's maxed, it does 47 seconds. Although supposedly the Bolide, the Jesco and the 919 are faster. I can't drive, so that sounds about right. Right. Supposedly it goes to a top speed of 272. Let's test that. We're already up to 260. Nearly. I just don't want to scrub too much speed off in the corners. But this thing has a lot of speed, so scrubbing a little bit off here and there doesn't mean much, because you just go straight back to doing a million. Honestly, this thing doesn't have a throttle, it's got a hyperspace button. You just put your foot down, and suddenly you're about 3 time zones away from where you were. 240, 250, 260. That's 272. Damn. That's pretty quick. Oh. Well, that's not gone well. This thing has an amazing amount of power though. It is silly. Something Americans do best. Cramming loads of power into a car. Gotta love it. So the thing's got loads of power, but how does it handle corners? Driving this car makes me feel kind of upset because now that DE have SSC licensing, it means Foxy can't bring this car back in a limited sale. Not for a good long while, or unless they rebrand. It's very sad. Still, let's test the handling now. This would probably be a downfall of this car. I mean, it's an American car with a crap ton of power. And it's also from 2007. That's pretty interesting. It hasn't been out for ages. So let's just see. Does the American car handle badly? Well, as I mentioned earlier, it's rated as a 9.5. And feels like a 10, to be honest. The thing sticks so well in the corners. I wonder how that's going to correspond to how it drifts. Who's going to tell him? Sorry, bro. Ooh. Nearly lost it. Well, the back end being loose seems a good sign, but for now, just driving it through the corners, just sending the nose in and coming out perfectly fine at any speed you like, that's a joy and a half. Sometimes you do have to brake though. And don't worry, because this thing stops like it hits a wall. Did you see that? It decelerated from 170 to 140 just by me tapping the pedal. That's got to be one of the best braking cars in the game. Right up there with the Veyrons. Oh, nice bit of air over the bridge. This handles brilliantly. And I'm really enjoying my time in it. What a great car. Good to look at. Nice to drive. Powerful. An American. Surely this can't be real. I'm really sad I missed this car now. Still, there's one thing that could be this car's undoing. And that's drifting. An American car with rear-wheel drive, and we're about to drift it. Especially since it feels so, 80s. And 90s. Maybe this is like a modern Dodge Viper. But like with the feel of the original. Let's see. Let's see how it drifts. Yeah, we have just been having a big conversation about the Viper. Right, send it in. Oh, that's not bad. That is pretty good, actually. The back will step out really easily, but then come back without even being asked, pretty much. You just turn it in, handbrake, and then the back comes back. You don't need to start stressing about, oh, do I lift? Oh, how much handbrake do I want? Turn in, tap the handbrake, and the back will come back. It's because the front's got a load of grip. The front just pulls it into line. There's no difficulty to sending one of these sideways. It's really easy. And very fun as well. Probably because I'm not stressing about crashing it, because I know that the back will just come back the moment I countersteer. This is great. This is one of the easiest to drift cars I've ever driven. It's so endlessly controllable that even me, with my total lack of skill and competency, I'm suddenly Ken Block. What a great car! How have I managed to get so many good cars this week? Well, I suppose the Supra has to balance it out. Glad I'm back in this thing, though. it's good to drift as well. So far, this is looking like one of the most perfect cars I've ever tested. And now I'm annoyed because I missed it. Maybe the track lap could be its undoing because it's American. Please, please let the track lap be its undoing. I mean, there's got to be something bad about this car, right? We're bringing in a rival car again. This is the Bugatti Veyron SS that Bacon Poo's driving. It's mine. Oh, let me just check the suspension standard. Everything else is good. This is actually the car that beat the SSC in real life, so this should be an interesting rival car. Both of them are pretty inaccessible though. You've either got to have a VIP to get the Veyron, or travel back in time to get the SSC. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm beating him. Oh, I'm beating him. Turning is really good, but I am beating him. Oh, he doesn't stand a chance. Oh, this is good. Look at the brakes. I went wide, but that doesn't matter. No, that's just not understeering. That's just me being bad. I steered into the wall because it actually turns too well for me. More power. Oh, we've destroyed him. How the hell did this thing beat? How the hell did my Veyron beat this thing in real life? What kind of sorcery is this? Well, I think I've come to a pretty good conclusion on this car. It's amazing. Shame you can't get it anymore. Thank you for watching. Please sub. How the hell was this thing faster?